Oh wait, I kind of like this part right here. It's kind of funny. Give her some. Nah, fuck that kid. Fuck that child. I'm gonna take all of that chocolate to myself. What's up guys, your boy Senpai here, and today we're going to be reacting to Metallic Rogue episode 2. Now before we start today's episode, I do gotta let you guys know that I actually just watched the anime and I forgot to hit the record button, and that really sucks because I reacted it pretty well in this episode and I really liked it, but sadly I reacted it, so most likely right now I'm going to be doing a review over what we're seeing together. So definitely today's episode or today's video is definitely going to be short compared to how I'll react and how much I would put into the video. With that said, if you guys happen to enjoy my review on today's episode, hit that like button if you guys want to see my reaction in the next episode. Hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already. But that's pretty much all I got to talk about. Let's hop on to today's episode. So the beginning of this episode, I was very confused what was going on. But later on, I kind of understood what was going on. So like, I feel like there's going to be a higher power that's going to be hiding certain cases that happens that, like, it seems like Rogue is like killing off certain people that looks like humans, but really they're Neens, but they have somewhat of a power hold in a way. Also, I like this part where he said like gut feeling, and then, you know, the other guy said like, ooh, okay, maybe we should go with this gut feeling. Also, like this music, I could get funky with it, but so far it's okay to listen to. Don't know if I'll put this in my top 10, but we'll see. Maybe it'll change after I hear it another time. Oh yeah, so like basically in today's episode, they're gonna be like going to a bus. I thought it was a ship, but no, it's a bus. And it's interesting how in that situation, it's like a bunch of strangers meeting up in one area. And, you know, they actually get to share about each other, of what they do in life. You know, I was very curious about that guy in the background too. Like, what did he do at all? And he was very, you know, not telling anyone who he was. Also, those kids, they're hella annoying. I hate those kids. And, you know, the girl, if you already seen the episode, is that like she got like the robots to wake up. So I hate the girl even more. Oh yeah, so it's very interesting how, you know, they implement the alien race into this, and such as the lore of the war in this world, especially in the Mars being the front line of like the alien attacks. Now, if what she's saying is true, which most likely it seems like it, that's actually a pretty interesting lore, and hopefully they keep carrying that throughout the series, because if it's just like a one-time thing, then I don't know, maybe that'd be sad to see, because they build up something of an alien story so good that I want to know a bit more later on. Oh yeah, but also another interesting thing is that actually the strongest weapon against aliens were not like machine guns or missiles, but it was like Neens themselves. So that was crazy to find out. And what's also interesting is that what we know before is that Neens can't kill humans. So what actually gets them to be able to kill them is by what's integrated inside their body that allows them to do such things. Oh wait, I kind of like this part right here. It's kind of funny. Give her some. Nah, fuck that kid. Fuck that child. I'm gonna take all of that chocolate to myself. Also, it's interesting how Rogue like announces that she's not an adult, but she's a child. So I'm curious like how old she really is. I mean, of course she's a Neen, so not much of it matters, but still, of how she reacts or, you know, does things as a child, it makes sense now. Oh yeah, and also like from here on out, this is where like strangers start interacting a bit more, which is interesting because, you know, each character has their own thing in life and what they do, and so it kind of adds some, you know, it flourishes more into what's happening in the bus with all the other strangers. Oh, you know what's even funny is that we never actually ever get to Welt's town, and all we only seen was them traveling through bus, and it actually still made like the episode interesting still. I give them credit for that. And then this is where it comes a mystery man. And I was kind of curious on how he announced like what he did, and he did it in such a shady way that I was like very sus of him. But later on we find out he's like just a doc. I mean, whenever I see these kids, or especially the little girl, I'm like, this is gonna be the death of them, the death of everybody in the bus. Oh yeah, it was very strange that like these PMC vehicles just like came out of nowhere. And when they announced that they were coming after a certain girl named Rouge, I was even more confused, but yet curious on why they were like doing this in the first place. You know what I also like in this situation is that after like, you know, everyone got to talk to each other, yet some strangers would easily, you know, give up on someone else just like that. But while others, you know, they somehow have morals to their stance. Oh yeah, this Grammy, I feel like she's like the low-key MVP in this because her driving skills was just insane. Oh yeah, so this is a interaction that I like of these two, like where they negotiate to how long it takes for them to clear the scene of the fight. But I'm sure it was like up to the studio devs to how long they want to animate this part. See, I gotta say, this granny, she knows how to drive like an insane person. So this part kind of just reveals on who this guy is. Like, he's a doctor, like taking care of his patients, or, you know, mingle with bodies. Oh yeah, this interesting thing right here is that I like how, you know, things start to switch up around here. And it was actually a smooth switch too, from one enemy to another that's even more powerful and more dangerous too. But of course there had to be something like an objective to get to that point, or, you know, someone to make it happen. Oh yeah, this part too. Why did she wolf? Oh yeah, and this journalist like giving that an interesting question of so-called free. Like, to in this universe or in this world, like free, it sounds something very vague, something that you can't even put it into just one word, you know? Especially when you talk to Rouge. Like, to Rouge, she follows orders, but yet she's somewhat like a agent that's free in a way. Oh yeah, what was interesting is that we finally see this guy, but I remember he was in the station, but he was like never in the bus. Oh yeah, and then this little girl, she just fucks him all over with doing this, and I was like, this little shit. Oh, and then even when the guy tells them to not move or do anything, yet this little girl just instantly takes picture like nobody else's job. But I do gotta say, the robots seem like weird and all, but then once it actually showed like what they can do, it was like pretty insane, honestly, from what they are capable to do. It was like, what the hell? And with that, them eliminating the PMCs, now they were like able to focus more to the robots versus, you know, Rouge and the other people in the bus. That was brutal too. That was just, oh, destructive as hell. I loved it. I probably would never get tired of when they gotta change into their mech suit. It actually looks very well done. I mean, yeah, could it be lazy drawings? Yeah, but I still like the ring that does it to them. Yeah, you could definitely tell that there's a lot of moments that, you know, the robots or the mech itself can be like CGI. Honestly, this is the part where like I was like, what's like going on half of the time? But then I finally realized like she was just like mid-throwing in the air. And I mean, that bong sound was perfect, but I was not expecting like this explosion to happen at all. And I was like, yo, by destroying one of those, that explodes like that. I was like, god damn. They never actually clarified who this guy was at the end of the episode, which was just something like, you know, nitpicking if I was to not like something of today's episode. Also, from her just like saying that she has an older brother, now that was something that piqued my interest to wonder like, where is her older brother? Oh yeah, you know, also one more last thing before I end today's episode is that, you know, just listening to the ending, the very beginning of the ending sounds like very vibey, and then a lot later it starts cooking up the like the beats and everything, of course, as well as a vocal, and it actually kind of slaps. and I'm thinking about putting this like maybe 7th or 6th place, depending on how I feel when I listen to it again. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say, because there was no reaction on today's episode, which was sad because I quite enjoyed I guess the way that I reacted on today's episode with what they showed to me. But yeah, no, pretty much I was just doing a review into saying what I thought during the process of what I was seeing in the episode. And so, well, if you guys happen to enjoy my review on today's episode, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys want to see my reaction, my actual reaction in the next episode, hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. But well, that's pretty much all I gotta talk about. It's been your boy Senpai, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.